Okay, so welcome everybody to our presentation this evening. My name is Annie Cuillerier. I'm an executive director here at Experior Financial Group. I've been with Experior for a year and a half, and I will be presenting this evening with my co-executive director and business partner, Hernán Rodriguez, who has been with Experior for almost 2 years now. And together we have a team we now have 97 licensed agents across North America. So almost 100. Okay, so who are we? Well, we're an MGA, which is what we're known as in Canada, which is an IMO in the United States. So a managing general agency, or as it's known in the US, an insurance marketing organization. We were founded in Canada in 2014. And we just reached 2,000 licensed agents, and we're still growing every single day across North America. So we hit the 2,000 licensed agents, I believe, early last week, and that's for Canada and the US. We're the first Canadian-born IMO to expand to the United States. So typically it's the reverse that happens. It's the American companies that expand here to Canada, and we're the first one to do the reverse, which is great. Our Canadian head office is in Guelph, Ontario, which is in Southern Ontario, so not too far from the Niagara Falls. And our USA head office is located in Buffalo, New York. So our mission statement is building financial foundations for families to empower them today and to leave a legacy for tomorrow. So to me, the most important part of this is we're talking about families and empowering them, to leave a legacy for tomorrow. Unfortunately, what we educate our clients in is something that is not taught in the school system. They don't teach it in elementary school, they don't teach it in high school or college or university. They'll teach you how to find a job and how to make money, but not what to do with that paycheck once it's in your hands, and how to plan for a retirement and leaving a legacy. And that's where we come in. So our timeline. So we started here in Canada in 2014, and that's when we were founded. So we surpassed 200 licensed agents in the province of Ontario by 2015. Then we acquired 3 brokerages. We were featured in many insurance journals. Then in 2018, we expanded to all the provinces of Canada. In 2019, we were the first Canadian insurance brokerage to expand to the US. Then 2020, we surpassed 1,300 licensed agents. The pandemic hit. Many people were affected financially, but we actually saw a boom. For us in our industry, it was very easy to switch over to, instead of me driving around to go see my clients, everything just switched to Zoom, and many of our agents actually saw record months when the pandemic hit, because all of a sudden we didn't have all that drive time in between clients. We could see them more clients in a day. So for us, it didn't affect us negatively for our business at all. And I don't know about you, but I know that for myself, knowing that I can build a solid 6-figure income from my home, it's like the best opportunity there is. By 2021, we were licensed in 40 states, and we had reached 1,700 licensed agents. Now, as of 2022, we are licensed in all 50 states. And as I mentioned, we hit the 2,000 licensed agent mark. So these are our product partners that we have in the US. I'm sure you recognize quite a few names here. These are big companies, and you can be sure that they did their due diligence when they decided to join with us and let us offer their products. So we have also all of these companies when it comes to Medicare solutions. And we also have a securities division for our agents who are securities licensed. So the financial confusion that people face, people nowadays, they're overwhelmed. Credit card debt, taxes, how much do I invest? They have, most people are unfortunately living paycheck to paycheck. If something would happen to one of their family, one of the breadwinners in the home, or if they'd lose their job, then they'd be in trouble in a matter of weeks. They'd be in significant financial trouble really quickly. So our job is to help them and give them a plan and guide them. And there are 3 reasons that people fail financially. The first one, as I mentioned before, there's no education. Unfortunately, this is not something that is taught in school. And most of the financial education that we have is what our parents taught us. I myself, my father, he raised me saying, nope, you need to find yourself a good union job with benefits and a pension plan. Well, that worked great for him. But nowadays, there are not many jobs that offer really good benefits and pension plans. I think times have changed. Also, another reason why many people fail is because they don't have a plan. So how do you expect to have what you're going to need for retirement when you don't have a plan to lead you to that? And you don't know how much you're going to need to have that saved up and invested in order to get that retirement that you're looking for. And you also don't have a plan for all the different things that could happen along the way. Also, people don't have a coach. They don't have that person to guide them, to build that plan and educate them. So is there a need for what we do? So yes, there definitely is a need. Most people, I'm sure, everybody in this call, either yourself or someone struggling with debt or, don't have financial plan, are not underinsured. So their financial situation could fall apart in a matter of weeks. So what we do is we simplify the complicated by educating our clients. So we educate them on different topics. First is debt. So if there was a way that you could save tens of thousands in interest and become debt-free years sooner, would you be open to that? How many people would you know that have debt that they would love to find a way to save tens of thousands in interest and become debt-free years sooner? I don't know about you, but I don't see why anyone wouldn't want that to happen, right? Also, we educate them about protection, which is very important. You see here this picture of this family, newborn baby. What would happen if tomorrow on the way home, the mother or the father or both happen to pass away unexpectedly? What would happen to this child? What would be its future? We see it all the time. I'm sure all of you have seen on Facebook, people post some GoFundMes because a family lost a loved one and can't make ends meet financially. Sometimes they don't even have enough to pay for the funeral costs, never mind living and keeping their home and everything else after that. And the reason why that is nobody took the time to teach them how to protect themselves and their family. So that's where life insurance comes in. Also, when it comes to retirement, here we have this great picture. People are just, they look so relaxed and enjoying themselves. But do you know your FIN number? FIN number stands for Financial Independence Number. Who knows exactly how much money do you need to save up and invest and put aside so that you can have the retirement that you want and that you deserve? If somebody could show you and give you a plan on how to get there quicker, would you want to find out? So that's where we come in and use our expert financial analysis program. So we sit down with our clients, go through their whole finances, and we prepare a roadmap for them, guiding them how to get out of debt faster, how to properly protect their family, and how to plan for future events, retirement, but also having the money to help their children with their post-secondary education and anything else, any goals and dreams that they have for the future, whether it's just going on a trip every year. We will help them design that plan. So imagine the peace of mind that you can offer someone when you show them how to manage their debt properly, have their savings for their retirement, help them get disability and illness protection. That way, if ever they get injured or get a critical illness, they get cancer or something and need to take time off of work, how to protect themselves from that financially so they can focus on their recovery without that extra stress of wondering how the bills are going to get paid. Life insurance and planning for their children's education. So this is what we can offer our clients. Now, Hernán, I will let him take over, and he will teach you also what the business opportunity here is. So not only what we can do for the clients, but what our company can do for you as an agent to build a successful business.
Hello, everyone. This is Hernán from Vancouver. I hope you guys are having all a great day or evening, wherever you are. And maybe some of you, maybe someone is from Hawaii, so you're even earlier than us. So still quite the daytime over there. So I'm going to share my screen, and let me just see. There you go. Perfect. Oh, I was just in the calendar. But so when we're talking about opportunity, since I'm going to be focusing in the business opportunity, I just want to share with you for a second what is possible in 6 months. This is the visual network that we share of recruited people, a lot of them with licenses. And so this is not to impress you, but to impress upon you what is possible to be done in Experior Financial Group. Because, you know, I also was with other builder companies and with independent MGAs or IMOs, as they are known in the USA. And in order to attract licensed agents in a massive way in a short period of time, it's really not possible at this level in other companies, especially when you're bringing, successful agents, which I'm going to go there in a minute. So I'm going to try to stick to Darren's presentation, but I might just jump into mine anyway, okay? I just know mine a little better. So, you know, we have the Experior world that's really shaking up the industry. In Canada, in just 8.5 years, almost 9 years, we went from number 0, because there is 400 MGAs, that's an IMO in Canada. And just in those 8.5 years, we went to top 6 in production and in volume of agents. That's actually very impressive.
We're
And
now
we are
number 5. Sorry.
number
Jim.
5.
We're
Oh,
now
that's great.
number 5.
Number 5. There you go. So just in those almost 9 years, in the USA, we only been in business for about 1 year and 6 months, but really doing business, I would say 6 months, because there was a lot of things that we needed to fine tune, and we continue improving. So we are able to attract agents from every different model. And so here is where we introduce to you the tribrid system. And obviously tribrid comes from tree, right? It's a Latin-based word. And so we have the best of the career agency, okay, the best of the MGA or brokers dealers, and the best of the network marketing or builder systems, the classic builder systems. You can see the check marks that we have there in green, which is all the positive that we took from all of them, such as the strong training, support programs in place, and brand recognition. But we eliminated the rest below, and obviously you can read that better than me, so I'm not gonna keep you here for all night. The best thing that we took from the IMO and MGA is that we have access to many products. That's very important, because as an agent, you want to have a very wide variety of products for your clients so you can serve them better, and also to retain that business in the books, because you don't want another agent coming behind you, with better options for your clients and then getting chargebacks. That's very, very important. But the thing here that is key is to own your book of business. Now, I know that is not just exclusive to us. There are many other IMOs that offer that, but there is also many who do not, especially in the builder models. And if some of you come from those, you know that the biggest companies on the builder systems, you cannot keep your clients if you move away, because they don't belong to you. And also, we have the good compensation, similar to the broker dealers. We are possibly not the highest on individual production, okay? But we have found the sweet spot that is the best one, where agents can earn a living even without recruiting, which takes me to the next point, which is the network marketing franchise. And it's very, very powerful, and I actually love it, because you don't have to be just relying on your own production, okay? But there has been some parts that we needed to eliminate from the old models, because they do have brand issues. The heavy compensation normally goes to the top, while agents, starve their way, and that's why they have a lot of attrition. We don't find that problem here. And so the training is also divided. The good thing about that network and franchise systems, which we incorporate, is to develop multiple agencies, okay? And it's a turnkey system, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. We have a system in place. So this is really good, both for new agents as well as for agents with experience, that wanna multiply themselves or clone themselves, because they can just plug into our systems. And we have not only national expansion, we have international expansion, because you have to remember, we are broadcasting this to you from Canada. Okay, so once we have more than one country, it's international. We are not global yet, but we will be global at some point. So the perfect example is actually neither Annie or I have licenses for the US, but we are able to recruit in the US and help train in the US. And so we receive an override all the way to Canada. We actually love it, because US dollars are worth more than Canadian dollars. But you have the opportunity to also take part on the Canadian marketplace. So I just wanted to mention that. Then our compensation is quite strong, okay? And so we have a total compensation on personal production of 115% of the commission to 130, and the total compensation to the field is 158%. Here is where I have to jump to my presentation, guys, because I like it more and I can show you better here. So we start people at 70%. Obviously, there are requirements to go up. And if you come in with experience that is proven and leadership that is proven, you don't have to necessarily enter at the bottom, obviously, because we can honor certain things, right? That's to be taught to your executive directors. But this is how we have the compensation from 70 to 115 on personal production. And obviously, you make the override on the agents that you help attract and train. Once you reach a level, you never fall back down. We also don't have minimum productions to keep this, because once you reach it, you reach it. But if you want to make even more on your own pen, you can see here in the bottom that we have extra bonuses on personal production. And for that, we will later, make sure that you get all the promotional guidelines and qualifications for those bonuses, where you can get all the way to 130% on your own pen. Actually, here are the bonuses, but it's going to take me too long to go over them, and we're recording this, so we'll send it to you. Now, the very important thing here is generations, because if you're looking at this just coming from the independent broker side, where you don't build teams, you might be saying, well, maybe I can get here too with them, and I have a small agency. But what happens when someone catches up to you at the 115? What happens is you just train your competition because they want to get the same contract as you. Here is no problem, because, for example, we have here an executive director, or many. I don't know all of you personally, but I know Carlos is here, and he's an executive director in Dallas. So he's also at 115. He's at the same contract as me, and he's at the same contract as Annie. So most people will be, what is your incentive by, bringing someone or training someone to get there? Well, the incentive is here. Not only he's a very nice guy and a professional, but when you have someone as your first level executive director, you make 14% on everything that their agency generates. So on $1 million is $140,000. Once he promotes someone else, then he'll make that 14% on that agency, which he doesn't have to do as much now, because he already helped them develop to that point, or he might right now in the expansion that we are across the states recruit an agency who already qualifies as an executive director agency. And so they are capable of running their own business. Yes, they have to learn our systems, but now he's able to create that deepness of security and overrides. And that is all the way to 7 levels. Here I'm only showing you in the screen 4 levels, but there is 7. That's another 28%, adding to the original 130 on your personal pen that you can hit. Okay, right there at the bottom of the screen, gives you a total, let me just change my color here, of 158% compensation to the field. That actually is huge. And once, I don't know if you are here looking at the opportunity or you are already in the company, but once you show this to people who have been in the industry, they absolutely love it, because the growth is maximum. And the other key here is the timing. The timing is super important, because in the USA, I believe we have less than 400 licenses as a company. This is like traveling back in time, to the times of R. Williams in the 70s. or going back in time to the early 2000s when WFG started. So obviously, the pioneers on a system that is a building system, which is the first tribrid system in North American financial services. When you start at the beginning, you will be pushed up by inertia just by attracting a few key people, but obviously you can attract more than a few. You can attract hundreds in just, a period of 6 months. That's the real opportunity here. And then I know that we're gonna go global, because this is not something I have said. This is something that our CEO has said. And I truly believe in him and in the company, because we are the first Canadian IMO to enter into the United States. The United States is the biggest, most competitive financial service market in the world. And so if we already went into that one, which is also the highest regulated, most competitive, we will for sure be able to go global. And, to me, this is just me. I believe that the next step is going to be Latin America. Now, this is very important, because if most of you are in the US, all of you know people who speak Spanish, and you can attract them as well. And before you know it, you're going to be having a business in a market that is combined with the US of 1 billion people with all Latin America. So that's a huge market. So we have an industry-wide opportunity. We're able to attract licensed agents, but also we're able to attract agency owners and bring over entire teams, because we take care of we handle the processing, the back office, the payroll, and all the online, local, and national support. That's very, very important. So sometimes even some IMOs look at us and they say, hey, this is a better way to run our business, so we can focus into what we do best. And obviously, we're not going to say no to non-licensed people. But we have to keep in mind, for all of us who have licenses, and even those of you who are here without a license, that we are having such an opportunity that is so appealing for others, and you can collapse time frames. So that's my message. Someone else might give you another opinion, but my personal opinion is that you can attract people here faster with hundreds of years of combined experience really fast into your agencies, okay? Now, we have different levels that we can reach, of course, and we have the rims and everything that every other company that those building systems have, but even better, our rims are really nice, okay? But this comes from other companies, so some people really will do more for recognition even than for money, so we have those as well. And as you can see here, we start at 70 and we go all the way to the 130. Our requisites to go high on contracts are not so difficult at all, because here we don't want to keep people back down into the lowest levels. Here we want to see people rise. We have a mentality of abundance. We don't have a mentality of scarcity. So that's the key here. And so I don't want to keep you here for an hour while I read this on my half English to you guys. But, we'll send you this video to see how you can go up in levels. It's quite attainable. But on top of that, this is the cherry on the cake, okay? Each of us can earn up to 14,000 shares into the company. And that's just for doing the business that you should be doing anyway if you hold a license, which is helping families and obviously helping businesses too, right? But so right now we are valued, I believe that we're valued between $50 and $60 million. So it's a small company, but that's what we did in Canada for 8.5 years. Now that we enter the US market, which is 10 times bigger, and we are growing faster there at a fastest rate. we project that within the next 10 years, we're going to reach $1 billion market capitalization. So the shares that we have right now in a private corporation are about $5 each. Whenever we reach $1 billion, each share will be $100. That is another $1.4 million in your pocket that you can see as a bonus, on top of obviously having all the different benefits that we have in the ecosystem, such as the proper compensation, ownership of your business. And here are just an example of the share certificates, but very, very important is the legacy ownership. The legacy ownership is super important because, you know, I do interviews with 6 to 12 people a week minimum. Some for, you know, direct to me and some for other people in our hierarchy. But I'm always talking with, you know, licensed agents, and I ask them, and truly, no one has what we have, which is the ability to earn this and receive an income upon death, disability, or retirement, which you own, that you can will to anyone, you know, because it's yours, it's your business. You can will it to someone who does not need to have an active license, you know, and that means that you can will it to someone even in another part of the world, because many of us are immigrants as well or have families in other places. This is very important. And then they can will it again. If you cannot leave your business to someone outside of the industry and they cannot will it again, that means that you do not have true ownership wherever you are. Okay, so this is how you qualify. I don't want to put you to sleep on that. That's technicalities. Okay, but let me show you some examples of people here who have come with, you know, success before. We have all kinds of people joining us with no experience, but I just chose these 3 individuals, okay? So Simon McKika, he is a legend on writing Index Universal Life in the United States, and he has had months where he has produced over $300,000 of annual premium in a month on his own pen. So if this is good enough for someone like him or like Gloria, our other executive director, Gloria Mesa, she was the biggest producer at another IMO in Houston. I'm not going to say the name, but they are quite famous in the Latin community there. And she could be having contracts with any company. She chose to come here with her team as well. She had on March a production of over $140,000 on her own personal pen. So these 2 individuals could open their own IMOs if they wish to, or they could just stay as agents with direct contracts and get top contracts. So the reason why they came to us is because of the system that we have, because of the legacy, because of the duplication, and because of the expansion that we have right now in the United States that is so explosive, okay? And they know this is more powerful for themselves and their families than any business that they could be running on their own. And now we have another example of our senior executive director, Darren Golka, and his wife, Stephanie. They are super builders. They achieve a level of CEO MD with another company, one of the biggest companies in North America for builders, whatever it took them 10 years there. And after they sign a non-competition agreement for not building in the same industry for 8 years, they came to Experior, and in a 4-year timeline, they already surpassed 750 agents, and they came with no licenses from other places. $15 million of insurance premium in 4 years. This must be about 16 now. And over $150 million of assets under management. In the USA, that would be the equivalent of having them in variable annuities. And here in Canada, we call them segregated funds, okay? So this is the type of people that we're able to attract, okay? We can bring all different levels of professionals and even rookies. But if this opportunity is good enough for them, it's good enough for the best out there, okay? So what does it cost to join us? In the United States, it's $0. It's free. In Canada, we still have fees. And I decided to do the American side tonight because I believe we have more Americans on this call tonight. I'm going to have a hybrid presentation, same as the one I do in Spanish for both countries next time I'm here. So I apologize for the Canadians that are here if they have guests, but we did the US part tonight. So $0 for the affiliation. And then we do have, I'm going to go to the next slide and come back, our Experior entrepreneur ecosystem. And so we have training live and recorded, financial analysis software, and quoting tools. All this is our own system, it's not third parties. We might have an integration from another application, but everything is within our platform. CRM, autoresponders to be in touch with our recruits, prospects, and clients. G Suite, we have commission calculators, which I will show you in a minute. Reporting of new business and commissions. So you don't have to worry about payroll and you don't have to be paying staff for this if you really want to grow a big company. And if it's just you as a producer, you know that you're going to be able to have a clear reporting of your commissions. Carrier contracting is speedy, and a team visual network, which is the one I showed you earlier. So we have a leadership scoreboard, and the cost for all that, if you don't have a license, is $19 a month for all those softwares. Now, I know quite a bit about software, and I buy a lot of software for other purposes. And I know that that would be hundreds of dollars a month if you were buying monthly subscriptions to everything that I show you right here, okay? And we offer it for $19 a month for non-licensed associates, $35 for a financial associate, which is the first level once you have a license, and it goes all the way up to $79 and it stops there. I pay $79 and it pays $79 whether we have 250 people or whether we have, 10,000 agents, like Darren is going to get to 10,000, I'm sure, in a few years. His cost, $80. Where could you be running a business with an overhead of $80 that is paying you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year on a real opportunity that is regulated? It's the same that Simon pays, the same that Gloria pays. So if you ask me, it's the best deal out there. And so the timing and the opportunity with Experior Financial Group is unique, and it's going to be good for many years, but it's never going to be as good as it's today. So if you are here looking at the opportunity, I encourage you to take action right away and talk to the person that invited you to this presentation. And if you are not sure if it's for you, what I know is that you know someone who is in this industry in other company, and they need to take a look at this. So don't hide it from them and share it, because friends share good things with others. And with that, I am done. So I don't know if normally Darren opens to questions and answers, but we could even stop the recording, or we can continue the recording and I can answer a couple questions if you guys want to Before I go for dinner, I will answer 5 questions to anyone. Any question you can throw at me. No questions?
Okay, my question is this. You mentioned the price for the stock of the company is about $5 now.
Yes.
Other than earning it as a part of the company, do people have the opportunity of buying the stock as well if they want to?
No. I'm not promoting shares here. I'm not a stockbroker, and the answer is no. Earlier, but it's a good question. Earlier today, I was doing a presentation with some agents. I think they were in Miami, and they were actually interested. They wanted to buy shares, and I said, no, we're not selling shares. We're not a public company, and we actually are not in the need to raise capital because we are very profitable. Yeah. So, but if you earn it, that's what makes it very special, because not everyone can come in and buy them. No one can come in and buy them. We just earn them as we go up. So let me just go back here and show you how you can earn some shares. So once you become an executive director, and that means it's you plus 7 other licenses. So just you and 7 licenses, not like you and 70 licenses or 700 licenses, just you and 7. And between you and your team, produce $60,000 of premium in 60 days. Then you're promoted to executive director and you get 2,000 shares. And so once you reach the next level, it's 3,000, 4, and 5. So, you're going to do this anyway. It's easy to do when, you put the work into it. And so it's better to get them for free than to buy them. I rather free than spend money on them. So, yeah, I'm sure you can earn them.
Thank you.
We'll help you. No problem. You're welcome, Providence. That was Providence or Grace speaking? Because I wasn't.
I believe it was Grace.
Grace? Oh, thank you, Grace.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. Peter, you have a question there, Peter?
No, not at this point.
Awesome.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is Providence.
Hello, Providence.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for your wonderful presentation.
You're welcome.
There is something about the G Suite on one of the slides you shared.
G Suite, yes.
Yes, and I don't know what that means. Actually, this particular slide, I didn't really get much
Understand it? Okay, no problem. I will explain as best as possible. So G Suite is actually now called, let me just change that. It's called Google Business Suite. The old name was G Suite. So thank you so much.
Okay.
So that means that you get a professional email from Experior Financial Group that is powered by Google, and you get the whole tools of Google. So I don't know if you're familiar with Windows, like Office product to do like PowerPoint or to do, yeah. So right now I'm using Google instead of PowerPoint. I'm using Google Slides. So it's the equivalent to Office. You get it. And so if you were to just get Google Business Suite on your own, if you go right now, it's going to be $5 to $20, depending on which level you buy. But with us, if you're starting, do you have a license right now, Providence?
Do I have what?
Are you licensed? Are you a licensed agent?
Yes.
Nice,
yes,
nice. Okay, excellent. And so let me explain the rest. Let's say that one is just a $20 value out there, okay? If you go to Google, you obviously have to buy a domain, so it's a little bit more. But if you're a licensed agent, you know that you need a financial needs analysis software, right? I don't know if you're using it for your practice or not, but okay, so but if you were to use it, you're paying depending on the software. There are some that are cheap and they are like $20 a month, and some are maybe $200 a month. Depends how deep is the software you do for your clients. Quoting tools is the same thing. you may be paying $50 for a quoting tool, right? CRMs, depending what you buy, again, it could be anywhere from $20 a month to $300 a month. So the autoresponder also, you can go free, with some companies, and you can pay $300 with some companies. Commission calculators, I will show you one in a minute. But once you add all these things, for sure, all of them, even if you get a super deal, you're gonna be paying $150 to $300. And that's what we offer our associates for a maximum amount of $80 if they are executive director. Does that answer your question, Providence?
Yes, it does.
Oh, thank you so much, because I don't want to let you go confused. Okay, and so the other thing that I want to show you, I'm just going to show the commission calculator for a second, because, I watched too much that movie with Tom Cruise where they say, show me the money, and now I like to show the money. And so that's how I do it, let me just go here. Do you mind if you help me with some examples, Providence? They can be just, imaginary. So can you give me a monthly premium to calculate here on a policy?
$200.
200. That's nice. Now, is it fair that we say it's a term 15 to term 30, maybe?
Like term 15.
Okay, term 15, nice. So for this example, I'm gonna be using foresters, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna use foresters, and the reason why, because I wanna be very transparent. Everyone gets a commission calculator in the company, so that there is no surprises or anything, okay? And so you can see that with foresters, we have 100% factor. So this is foresters, strong foundation, term, whether it's 15 or 30, is gonna pay us 100% of the factor. So we put it 100 here. So 200 a month and 12 months is 2,400. And so since it's 100% factor, there is no reduction, okay? And so depending on which level you are, so if Carlos Alvarez in this call is an executive director at 115 contracts, so that policy, he'll make $2,760. And, if he was here at 70%, 1,680. So as you can see, the difference in contract is your override. And the override is here, meaning in between each level, there is $360 of override, okay? And so if you also look at this as a management bonus, some people go like, what is the management bonus? So what it means, and I'll explain it to you now, Providence, is what happens if you're a sales manager and someone in your team catches up to you and becomes a sales manager, and they are, the same contract as you still are gonna be making this, okay?
Okay.
So you always win here. We are in the win-win business, okay? But also we have, generations, which is what I spoke about earlier. After that, you start promoting people, and, I don't wanna go super deep because I'm gonna keep you here for 2 hours. And I think that there is a lot of training already on commissions, but I hope that this also help with that. And so there you go.
I had another question, please, from the last slide.
Oh, from the calculator?
That slide, the calculator.
Oh,
yes, often I get asked this question, and I don't think I've done justice to answering it. For instance, for the financial associate, levels at 70%.
Yeah.
And if it makes the income of like 1,680,
yeah,
is that a one-time payment? or is it going to be paid again on the renewal of the policy?
No, so let me explain this to you, Providence. And so it's a great question, but in insurance companies pay the biggest commission on the first year. And then on renewal, there is commissions as well, but then it's a small percentage, okay? And that is a percentage for servicing your clients year after year, but it all adds up, obviously, and you also get compensated if you become a builder, if you really build a team, like we have the executive director, Prabjit Birk here, my good friend from Surrey. Okay, he's building a big team across Canada and across the USA. So he knows the power of also getting an override on renewals on his team. So everything compounds here. It's perfect. So hopefully I answered your question there, Providence.
Yes, please. And then what is the criteria for somebody in US to reach out to somebody in Canada? Do you have to have reached a certain level before you can reach out to Canada?
No, actually, no. It's great questions. I'm loving your questions. I'm going to have to invite you into a podcast with me, okay? So,
okay.
Yes. So you don't need to reach a certain level. You don't even need to be licensed in the US. And so it's the same opportunity for Canadians and Americans. Here in Canada, we could be recruiting a person tomorrow that doesn't even have a license. They can start recruiting in the USA and building a team right away. So if you want to also expand into Canada, where are you located, Providence?
I'm located in Ohio.
Nice, Ohio, perfect.
Yeah, but I have friends in Canada.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So yes, let's expand your business. So just talk to your executive director. He is gonna help you open a Canadian account because it's a parallel account. Okay. And then you can start inviting people here. But I hope that answered your question. And the rest, I don't want to take the place of your executive director. Okay. But he can let you know the rest of that for sure. You can do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, excellent. So I will wish everyone.
I got a question.
Oh, go ahead, Lulu. Go ahead.
Hey, how are you, Hernán? Nice to meet you. Nice I got a question. Just clarifying, the tools that you're showing is included already in the monthly payment that we need to do.
Yeah, that's right. It's the ecosystem, entrepreneur ecosystem. That's your monthly recurring and only expense with Experior Financial Group. That's for the USA. For Canada, we have a flat fee of $37. In the US, is different. Where are you, Lulu? Are you in the States or in Canada?
I'm in Texas, in the States.
Nice. Awesome.
It's in
yes.
Carlos's team.
Oh, so Carlos, nice. Nice. Carlos could be in Canada too,
Yeah, we're all gonna come to Canada.
I don't know where he's moving through, he's fast. I have to ask. Go ahead, Lulu.
And also, do you have got like training for the financial analysis software? I'm very interesting.
Of course, there is training.
And all the stuff that they're showing here on the list.
100%. For that, nice. 100%. Carlos can arrange with Annie. And we have videos. The company also has videos. I also can see that you speak English properly. I don't know if it's your first language or second, but there is a lot of training in English, and in our team, we have obviously training in Spanish as well.
All right. In Experior.com, what training, and we find that this training?
A lot of it is in the platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. And since you're in Icebreakers and Rompehielos, you have extra stuff that we can give you on training. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Gladys.
Hello, Gladys.
Hi, how you doing? That's a great question. Can we copy of this PowerPoint presentation, or if we can find it in the website?
So Again, the one that Annie was sharing, that one everyone on Rio's team has access. And this one that I'm sharing, everyone on the icebreakers have access, and on the rompehielos for sure.
Okay.
So no problem.
Okay, thanks. We'd like to have a copy of this.
No problem.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Anyone else? Nothing? Awesome.
Wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you, Hernán, for your great presentation.
Oh, thank you for yours.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.